Hey guys, what's up? JRPG Bro here, jumping back into our playthrough of Persona 5 Royal. And last time we got up to this point here where we're really close to what feels like the end of Kamoshida's palace. And I don't think we can run through there. I really don't think we can. I mean, I wish we could, because that would solve a lot of problems. But, you know, these things... Now, if this was a typical, you know, action game, if this was Dark Souls or Demon Souls or whatever you want to call it, we probably would have to run through there. And, you know, in doing so, we'd probably have to avoid getting hit and then falling down to our dooms. Fortunately for us, this is not Demon Souls. This is Persona 5 Royal. So there is an actual way to get across there. We actually have to figure it out. So... I'm trying to recall what I have to do here, and I'm really drawing a blank, because if I go this way, you see those weird, like, blobs just kind of pop up and prevent us from really, you know, doing anything in this section. So there's got to be a way, a place where we can go to get across there. We obviously, you know, we have to do something. We have to find something.
I can see it.
And I don't know what it is. I'm feeling incredibly stupid right now. Like I said, as much as I know this game almost by heart to an extent of what we need to do and where we have to go and, you know, the order and stuff like that, plot points, I don't 100% remember everything.
I spotted a... Show me your true form.
And that's what's funny, because, like, you know, your brain can only retain so much information at a time, and trying to remember an entire JRPG front to back, it's definitely comical. Needless to say, it really is. But we're trying to recall exactly what we have to do, so we're gonna run around here until we figure it out. So, you know, we're gonna work on just grinding out a little bit while until the game really kind of gives us a hint. And the game will give us, it'll give us some kind of, I don't want to say it's going to tell us what we need to do. It kind of will, but it won't at the same time. It's one of those games where it's like, maybe you should do this. As nice as it is, but, you know. So, I kind of have an idea what we need to do, but I feel like we have to go somewhere specific in order to trigger that event. Like, we need to be able to get something to put into that, like, Kamoshida, like, statue face thing to stop the blades from spinning. I know, like, we are literally near the end of this palace, which is fantastic. And, like, it's really exciting because we're about to finish our very first palace in the game. And, like, once we actually finish that palace, we're going to be able to have all the free time. And that was a disaster shadow that we saw last time. Really using that. But the story really does kick off once we get past this first palace. And it's crazy.
That's all it takes.
Is that, and we'll get more into this later on because I don't want to really jump into spoiling things, but like, kind of like all of these, you know, these palaces kind of act like their own like little anime-like arc. So if you're watching like Dragon Ball Z or something, like this is like the Saiyan arc. And the next palace is going to be like, you know, the Namek arc, and like it's going to kind of all like tell one big story, and then at some point they're all going to kind of tie together. That's kind of what this does, and it's so exciting to really like, you know, see that. And like I'm like, oh my god. Whereas, you know, Persona 4, it's like, okay, this person was going to be almost murdered, and they all tie together directly in the terms of the story. You could probably, you know, these do all tie together, but more ambivalently. You know, we're going to play this and we're going to be like, wait, why is this person tying with this person? We're going to be sitting there trying to figure it out. And I'm telling you right now, do not sit there and do that because it's going to hurt your head and you're not going to get it. But at the end, you're going to be like, you're going to have that aha moment. And when you have that aha moment, guys, you're going to have it's going to be like, oh my god, this game is so awesome. It's so deep. It's going to be one of those kind of moments, and I'm really looking forward to it. Like, I absolutely love this game. I love the characters. I think, and a lot of people will say, you know, the investigation team is the best team. The investigation team is amazing. They will always have a place in my heart. But this team, the Phantom Thieves, they're the best. And I'm scared. I'm literally like scared. You know, Atlas, what are you gonna do? Because you know the big thing about JRPGs, you know, JRPG franchises, is the fact that the games, you know, we have Persona 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. None of them are related at all. I mean, 1 and 2 really don't exist. Technically, 1, Revelations Persona, Persona Innocence, and Persona Eternal Punishment, they don't exist. They don't exist. Atlas is like, because it's really more of a Mega 10 type game. with a different skin. But the cool thing about the Persona 3 with the soft reboot, the art style changed. Everything changed. So 3, 4, and 5, they're all kind of interconnected in their own weird way. So like, let's take Persona 3. You guys were playing. We played Persona 4. Watching our Persona 4 videos.
Well,
at one point, our characters end up on Port City Island, or I probably mispronounced that. We end up going to Gekogan High School for like a class trip, and guess what? Gekogan High School is where Persona 3 took place. That was the school for Persona 3. Pretty cool, right? And there's even a character from Persona 3 in there. So we had that. Really cool, right? So we have confirmation that 3 and 4 share the same universe. So we just got confirmation to begin the game that 4 and 5 share the same universe, so therefore 3, 4, and 5 all share the same universe. And yes, I know Persona Q and Persona Q2 and Persona Arena, those games all exist, and they kind of have the crossover appeal, but meanwhile, Persona Q2 is the only one that has all 3, but there's little hints here. We saw the Rise poster and the Kanima posters in Shibuya, so they're all kind of interconnected. There's just a difference in time, and the game does a good job with that. We don't know what year it takes place.
This has to be a joke.
In theory, I believe it's like, 2011 for 4, and then like 2016 for 5, and then like 2010 for 3, I think. I'm not 100% sure.
Huh.
You notice?
Actually, oh, nice observation.
So that's pretty cool. Right now, we kind of found a way to go back and forth between, the hidden chamber and whatnot. It's not like we're really going to have to worry about it because we have all these safe rooms. So, like, having things like this kind of set up in the game really don't make sense, but it is what it is. I don't know if this is really going to take us towards, say, the third will seed. I'm not going to lie. The will seeds kind of elude. Yeah, it did. Holy shit. See, it was there for a reason, so we're going to get the third will seed.
Hey.
And in case you guys are wondering, we have to fight the shadow. The shadows will actually be the strongest shadow in the area. Unfortunately, we can only fight him once. I know. As much as I'd love to fight him 2, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, get all those experience points, get those levels.
Now then.
Actually, he's glowing like cyan, so maybe he's not going to give us a lot of experience points. We'll see. I think also at the same point in time, certain events, certain fights, we don't get the shadows information. So for example, like this is okay, so here we go. I know what that persona is, and yes, it does look like what you think it looks like. I know they're very it's not going to tell us what it is. It's going to be like guard or something, I think. Let's see. Yeah, the Torn King of Desire. So we're actually going to attack it straight up. Takes 1 hit. We didn't even actually like look at its stats, but we're at a high enough level where it doesn't really matter. And like I said, we're able to get the final will seed here. Now, when I first heard about will seeds in this, when I first played it the first time last year, I was like, "What the hell is a will seed? What?" And it actually is a pretty cool thing. They're actually useful. So we're gonna go in here. And they also kind of replenish our HP and SP, by the way, in case you're wondering, after each one.
Whoa!
No! Huh? Listen up.
So we got the will seeds. Will seeds are the thing. We gotta let to know about the will seeds, what they do. So eventually we're gonna, be able to do things with these will seeds and what they become, which is we're gonna get to that later on. Obviously, like I said, I keep saying, yes, we'll talk about it later, and yes, because I don't want to really kind of give away, spoilers. I don't want to. It's not really a spoiler as much as I don't want to give away like later in-game information. And it's not like we're not going to be, finding out about it sooner. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on in this game. In the first month or so, it does feel a bit tutorial-y, and the game does a decent job trying to make the whole thing feel like a tutorial outside of the things that literally are tutorials. And it's funny because we can be a high enough level. So I feel like where we are in terms of level wise, because I did do some grinding before starting to record this video here, by the way, starting, playing up again here for our Let's Play. I did do some grinding, and I think we're probably at a comfortable level where we could take on Kamoshida, the Shadow, his Shadow, without really, having a hard time. And I have this weird feeling in the pit of my stomach it's gonna be like 1 to 3 turns. The problem with playing the game on New Game Plus and having access to everything is that we're overpowered no matter what we do. So you don't want to go into a fight, the boss fight under level, so it's going to take less turns. Okay. But as we progress through the game, even if we're a higher level than we should be, the bosses are still going to be, I don't want to say they're going to get easier, because they are going to feel easy, but they're going to get more challenging than, say, this first one. So, I mean, some fights are still going to be tough no matter what you do, but, we're going to, there's a bit of a curve. So this palace is pretty, it's not really intense, but, the next one's going to be a little bit harder, but at the same point in time, it's not going to be that hard. If you guys are understanding what I'm saying. So, okay. My ultimate goal is this, try to get about 15 levels per palace, even if it's your first playthrough. We did in Persona 4, I think we did about 15, 20 levels in the first one as well. I just like that you're going to get these cool personas that you can fuse, and we messed that up. You're going to get these cool personas as you progress through the game. So as we, rank up with our confidant arcs with Ryuji and An, we're going to get abilities to get better and cooler personas. And you don't want to be going into the end game arc just hitting that level 60, level 70, 80 cap where you can start getting these cool personas. I want to be able to use them for a lot of the game. And I say this all the time because I love the really cool personas. I think the final personas are some of the best, are literally the best personas in the game. And yes, I know they recycle a lot of them from beginning of the game, and the designs don't change as much. But the cool thing is, they're in this game in Royal, they brought back some personas that we haven't seen in a few games, so it's going to be cool to see it. We also have the DLC personas. The DLC personas usually are the persona we've been using for Joker is Raul. And Raul is essentially, talking about Pokemon evolutions, right? You have Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. The Persona characters, they have their own, Persona kind of evolution. I use evolution in air quotes, because it's not really an evolution. We had Arsene, then we have Raul, and then we have question marks. I'm not going to get into that spoiler there for you guys. We're not going to talk about it, but the persona kind of changes throughout the game, and as we rank up our social links, our confidants, we didn't keep using that word interchangeably. Okay. Confidant, social link, we're going to use it interchangeably.
Stylish victory.
Their personas are going to change. Why can't ours? And that's kind of cool. And also, the other DLC personas are going to be like, Izanagi from Persona 4. Orpheus from Persona 3. So we're going to get those personas from previous games.
Think it's impossible.
look.
Joker. Indeed.
No way, man.
Yes! That settles it. Two weaklings. Beat him in one fell swoop.
I really feel like the size are holding me up from really
Victory!
wrapping up this this palace. And our ultimate goal today is to finish the main
That was so easy.
portion of this palace. So we want to get to the treasure today. That is our ultimate goal. I feel like there's still a few more steps for us to go through once we get past the size. We actually have to figure out how to get past the size. I thought maybe we just had to beat up some of these shadows. Like, I thought maybe beating up some of these shadows would do it, but it doesn't. Yes, Anne did just do that. The sexy technique. That is actually a skill that she gets later in the game, by the way. That is a thing she gets as we rank up our Confidant arc. Now, I want to point out, though, that yes, New Game Plus does carry over some of those Confidant skills, I guess it looks like. Which I didn't actually realize originally, but it's kind of cool. The one that's so OP we don't actually have, which is a blessing and a curse because it'll actually shorten our playtime in the palaces if we really wanted to.
Show me your true
We can actually make it not, do so. What I'm talking about is essentially at a certain rank with a certain Confidant, we get the ability to pretty much skip battles. As long as the shadow is of equal or lower level of us. So we'll just run up to him and Joker will just go, I'll show you my true form or something, I'll reveal your true form, and boom. We just get the experience points, and I think we might have figured it out.
It's weak to
I think we
electricity.
figured it out. Okay, so he's weak to electricity, he's also weak to my goddamn knife. Bish? That actually is one of the stronger personas in the game. Not in the game, but in this palace. We're not going to see a lot of them.
Yeah.
So there we go. We got to get 2 eyes to put in that statue to stop the scythes. So we have to find a strong shadow. And I think we're going to have to go back downstairs a little bit. Which is fine if you ask me, because we finally figured it out. It only took us a little bit. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. I know, it's kind of funny. I'm like,
A stylish
I feel really
victory.
stupid right now, but we're getting there, guys. We are definitely going to get there.
For real?
So pretty much right now, they're all high-ranking shadows, and the logic is that we just, we could just go in there and fight them all, or we could use our third eye to find the one that actually looks like they're the highest ranking. The problem is
That was easy.
due to our level, they might not actually stand out as being, the tough one. So we're just gonna kind of fight them all. Well, I mean, why not? Like, these fights take a few seconds. Literally, we could just whip out our gun for Joker and just put them all out of their, their misery. you know, we could do that.
A
Focus.
stylish victory.
Let's see. That guy. It has to be that guy.
Show me your true form.
That shadow has a lot of health. This'll be a pain. Joker, I taught you how to strike your opponent's weaknesses, right? If you could blind it or put it to sleep, you'd have an easier time doing real damage to it.
Persona! Go down!
So essentially, if we can target its weakness, we'll do a lot better as a whole. I'm not really worried about it. Obviously, you know, we took care of it pretty easily, to say the least. So we did do that. That was actually pretty easy.
All right.
So now we got both eyes. We can go in and turn off the sights. It only took us forever.
That enemy was really weak.
I like how Morgana says the enemy was weak, and it was a higher level enemy, probably the highest level shadow we actually fought in this palace in terms of as a persona. All right, like I said, I wish some of these enemies would respawn.
Show me your true form.
You know, the Eligors, because that gives out a decent amount of experience points to the point of the succubus and the incubus here.
The first move is ours.
I do like how in 5 we are fighting the shadows become, you know, essentially the personas here, and we fight them, and they give them different names based on what they look like and what they are. And then, you know, if we actually have their persona, they'll tell us, you know, oh, it's this persona. So, you know, we got that going on right now. So we just have to get back up here. Obviously, we do have some of these shadows respawning here, so we could hypothetically fight them if we really want to. Why not, right? We got time.
Now's our chance to split. Go! Joker took one out. All right. All enemies defeated.
Who's next?
Just what I'd expect from you, Joker.
All right.
That's all it takes for me.
Show me your true form.
That one is no joke. Be careful. Oh, it exploded.
And like I said, these fights aren't that hard. Even if we were playing, you know, regular, you know, a regular game.
Yeah, victory.
But, you know, we're able to, you know, carry stuff over. I actually wasn't sure if we were going to be able to carry over our save data to the PlayStation 5, but the magic of the PlayStation Cloud, as well as, you know, being able to just put a save file on an external hard drive and copy it over as well works too. I didn't actually realize that's something you could do. I've actually never had to do that before. I was just going to be like, let's just play something on PlayStation 4, seeing that I have both set up, but playing on the PlayStation 5, I'm not really seeing much of a difference. I know a lot of games get like that slight upgrade. Like Cyberpunk 2077 had a bit of an upgrade here, graphically speaking, where it actually ran. So here we go. We're going to go slap these eyes in the statue here.
Well then.
So we're going to see if this does anything. It should actually stop them. And there we go. See?
All right, let's go.
Now we can get across and have no issues here. But look, there's a chest. So right now we are near the end of the palace here because we did get all 3 will seeds. That's a good sign. If you're wondering if you're near the end of a palace in Persona 5 Royal, make sure you have all 3 will seeds. And we really messed that up big time. So we're going to get surrounded here, which is rough, but at the same point in time, it's not that big a deal. Anne's using sexy technique. I don't understand why she does that to female characters, but it is what it is. Another thing is, I don't mind getting into encounters because the music is so goddamn infectious. Like, damn.
Remaining. Let your guard down. One enemy remaining.
Like this music, oh my god. I could listen to it all day. I really could. 28 experience points, not bad, not great. 734 yen, that's not terrible.
Okay.
It's not amazing, we could do
We're
better.
done. Let's go.
And in case you guys are wondering where we are, we're on the other side of where the scythe thing is. We kind of went around in a circle a little bit because that's blocking us. I don't understand. It's a bit of a weird layout, but it is. I mean, it is what it is. It's just a bit. Putting the tower, it's a bit of a circle here. Sugar's running animation does make me feel a little uncomfortable, though. I think we're near the end, though. Let's find out. Yeah, because it says throne room. I actually think we're really close to the end here. We're obviously not going to be able to, do the boss fight today. We actually have to do some steps. Morgana will explain the whole thing. It kind of explains why it does take more than one day to do a palace, which is, I get it. It's also a little on the annoying side, but...
We got an item.
And in case, if you're not that great at role-playing games, these turn-based JRPGs, you can have your party members attack on their own. That is an actual thing you can set up and do. So I'm just throwing that out there for you guys in case you don't want to do it. I like controlling my party members because I like having them being able to conserve their SP. That's what I'm worried about. Going back and playing Persona 3 later. That does worry me. Because in Persona 3, you don't have that ability to control your party members. There are mods out there if you are playing on an emulator. And we found Kamoshida.
No. Okay, let's go.
Whoa. Whoa, what is this place? Holy shit! That treasure thing's gotta be in here.
Hey, what is this? It's floating in the air.
That's the treasure. We finally found it. Just hold on a second. I was planning on telling you more once we made it this far. Simply finding the treasure isn't enough. We'll need to make it materialize before we can steal it.
What do you mean?
Desires have no physical form by nature. Hence, we'll first need to make the real person aware that their desires are in fact a treasure. Once they're conscious that their desires might be stolen, the treasure will finally show itself.
But how do we do that?
We warn them. Tell them, we are going to steal your heart.
So we're gonna send a calling card? Oh, that's totally what a phantom thief would do!
Once we do that, the treasure will appear for certain. I think.
That again? Either way, sounds like it's worth giving it a shot.
Our infiltration route is secure. All that's left now is to pump out a calling card in reality, then come back to take the treasure.
This is it, huh?
That's the spirit. Once we send out the calling card, there will be no turning back. Just let me know when you're ready. We'll head back to the hideout and send out that calling card.
Next time, guys, we're going to steal Kamoshida's heart. I'm that JRPG bro, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time when we have our first boss encounter. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too.